Today we are thrifting in Conway, South Carolina. Our first stop was Goodwill. I was there right when they opened the doors, so I didn't really film an intro or a walking into or anything like that, because there was probably right at 20 people that were waiting to get into Goodwill this morning, which is the most that I've really seen anybody waiting outside. But this is really a popular spot, and they jam-pack the shelves here, so you have to look high and low. So as we browse, I just want to share a few things that catch my attention. I really like this divided dish here with the embossing detail. I also always check out the coffee mugs because you never know what you might find. I really like this one by Lennox that had the butterflies and the floral. I couldn't find the other pair. Maybe there wasn't one donated, but it just really reminded me of spring. And someone donated their beautiful set of silverware collection here, or everyday wear that they use. I picked out a few teaspoons, but we use them to stir our coffee with, and they're actually really perfect for that. And I just picked out the ones that I like the best. And I honestly couldn't believe it, but that blue box that was sitting right under that silverware had a ton of Jello molds and cookie cutters in there, and I love that stuff. I have a big bowl on my kitchen island that's filled with Jello molds, so that was definitely a personal buy. Here's another coffee mug that I snagged. It just reminded me of grandma core. You can already see my buggy is getting full. Because there were so many people waiting outside to get in, it was just very difficult to film anything that I picked up and put in my buggy, just because there was so many people that was on top of one another, like we were all going down the same aisle at the same time. So I'll show you an overall cart look haul at the end before we leave, but I'm trying to do my best, and I'm trying to get better about filming out in public, but the looks that some people give you are just so appalling sometimes. And just like I said, you have to look these shelves over, because as you can tell, there is a lot of stuff that are on these shelves. And this is probably the worst that I have ever seen it. Usually they try to come in and clean it up. I don't know, maybe they just didn't have the time recently, but there is a lot of stuff. Okay, as you can see, I really racked up, and here's my buggy. Because I was waiting for a few more locations to open up, I headed over to Carolina Forest. Didn't pick up anything but this cookbook. We headed back to Conway to Paula B's. Now you might recognize this location for the thrift crawls, but I wanted to take you inside and let you see what the vendors have and how it's decorated. And I'm sure that if you make your trip to Conway, that you will hopefully find you a treasure. They also have local honey and baked goods and coffees and all the things, not just vendor related wise, but there's just so much to look at in here. So I'm sure when you stop in, you will most definitely find you a treasure. Now this booth is Market 48's. We also pop into her store a little bit later on, but I just wanted to share with you her vendor space here at Paula B's. She absolutely takes advantage of every nook and cranny and inch of space she has. It is always beautifully decorated and highly recommended to stop here and shop her booth. Our next stop is called 13 Thrift Store. Inside, they have a very clean and organized space. They kind of group stuff together, so whenever you come in, there'll be some furniture. Right here will be all your textiles and fabrics. Everything is very neat in the store. You won't find any shelves with clutter. They really take pride in keeping their shelves organized. This item was another personal piece. My husband and I do photography on the side. We do weddings, couples, engagements, family sessions, you name it, we do it all. So I had to snag this. Cloches are super popular. You could put some butter pats in there on a wooden board, or maybe for spring, some grass and a little bunny or a bird. Even a bird's nest will look cute. I also really like these coffee mugs, but I didn't grab them. Here is my cart overall. I'm going to show you how I styled that later. Like I said, I grabbed the camera for my husband and I, picked up the pillow, the necklace holder, and the baby quilt. Our next stop was Market 48. She's right by the gas station, so if you're ever inside and the men come in and they're like, "Oh, I'm in the wrong store," it is absolutely hilarious, and she gets a kick out of it as well. I think she said her max capacity was like 7, and at one point there was 6 of us in there, including myself. I wish I could have filmed more, but we were just dancing around circles with one another. I really enjoyed my day in Conway, and I appreciate you so much for watching.